Hello friends, welcome to Unacademy UPSC Current Affairs. I am Joicy Joy and today we will be discussing about the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act of 2019 under the current polity of the day. So under this we will be discussing about this act in detail. Very important one for your mains examination, especially. Even for prelims it's important, but even though it's important for prelims, it's even more important for your mains examination. So let's get started. But before that, a little bit about the courses that we provide at Unacademy. So our new batches for 2021, 22 and 23 aspirants, it will start from the 18th of January. And we will be having 6 months, 1 year and 2 year batches. So these are the details of the 6 months batches, which is aimed at 2021 examination, 2021. And apart from that, we also have batches, long-term batches, 1 year and 2 year batches for upcoming 2022 and 2023 examination. So all of these batches, next batches starts from 18th of Jan, and these batches are available in Hindi, in English and also bilingual. And we also do provide NCERT batches. So NCERT batches aims at covering the NCERT syllabus for your examination. This is regarding the iconic price hike. So iconic price hike, with iconic price hike, the subscription fee will increase, so you can get subscription as early as possible. And these are the features of your iconic subscription apart from your plus subscription. So these are the additional features that you get for your iconic subscription. And these are the subscription fee details for the combo courses that we provide at Unacademy. So this is the iconic GS subscription plus the optionals. So 12 months comes at 88,705, 24 months at 1,31,510 and 36 months at 1,67,220. So this is regarding the plus subscription, that is the plus courses for GS plus the optionals. So 12 months subscriptions comes at 70,103, 24 month subscription at 99,680 and 36 month subscription at 1,21,200. So this is my referral code Joicy10. You can use this referral code and you will get an extra 10% discount. Samin Rathod, hi, good evening Samin. Ankit, hi, I am good. Ankit, I hope you are also doing good. So how are you? How are you all? So let's get started. Let's first understand what is a current affair related to this bill. The Bombay High Court's Aurangabad bench has allowed a transgender to contest village panchayat polls in women's category. So this is the current affair. So the High Court, Bombay High Court, I'll just take up the comments. Bhavik, good evening. आज आपको देखकर लगता है कि केरला में भी सर्दी हो गई. It's raining in Kerala, so it's a little bit cold, and also that I have cold, like a cough and cold. That is why. Preetam, hi Preetam. Ankit, I'm good, thank you. Okay, Ankit. Sheikh Shahrukh, hello. Hi Sheikh. I am good, thank you for asking. So yeah, let's come to the current affair. So the High Court of Bombay, High Court's Aurangabad bench has allowed a transgender to contest the village panchayat polls in women's category. We know that the 73rd and the 74th constitutional amendments, which provides for the establishment of the third tier of the government, that is village panchayats and the municipalities, they provide the 73rd and the 74th amendments provide reservation for women. This is to bring political empowerment of women at the ground level. So reservation has been provided. So the High Court has allowed a transgender to contest as a women or in the women's category where there is a reservation. The High Court said that such persons have the right to self-perceived gender identity. So this is the observation made by the High Court. This is very important. The High Court has said that such persons, that is transgender persons, have the right to self-perceived gender identity. That means they can choose their own gender identity. So in the nomination form, that is the nomination for election, the petitioner had chosen female gender and submitted the form to contest from a ward reserved for women's general category. So this she or the transgender person contested from the ward, or she wanted to contest from the ward where the seat was reserved for women. So as we said, there is a reservation for women under the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment. In the nomination form, the petitioner had chosen the female gender. So that is why the High Court said transgender persons have the right to self-perceived gender identity. They can choose their own gender identity. Now, the form was rejected as the petitioner was a transgender and there was no transgender category in the present village panchayat elections. So, this form was rejected. Why? Because the petitioner was a transgender and there was no transgender category in the present village panchayat elections. So, this petition was therefore rejected. But the High Court, Bombay High Court's Aurangabad bench had said that the transgender person is allowed to contest in women's category. Now, in this context, we need to understand the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act of 2019, which is a very important act which provides social empowerment or social inclusion for the transgenders, which is considered to be a marginalized category, a vulnerable category. So, Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act of 2019, it was notified by the Ministry of Social Justice. So, Ministry of Social Justice notified the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act in 2009. And this bill was passed in the Parliament in November 2019. And it benefit a large number of transgender persons. We will see what are the features of the bill. Then you will get an idea how it is significant and how it benefits the large number of transgender persons. It helps in mitigating the stigma, discrimination and abuse against this marginalized section. So, it helps to mitigate the stigma. We know that the society, even if we live in a even if you live in an urban society or a progress society or educated class, there is a stigma towards the transgender persons which we really need to overcome. So, they are also a part of the society and they also deserve the rights and protection as any other individual do. They command respect in the society. They also have the right to live a life of dignity like any other person, like you and me. So, slowly or gradually, because this is an attitudinal issue. So, this is an attitude issue and the attitude issue cannot be changed over a period of a short time. It has to be rectified over the generations, or it will take some time, but definitely we have to progress towards accommodating them also, and also accommodating them as any other individual in the society. So this bill or this act, it aims to mitigate the stigma, discrimination and abuse against the transgenders who are the marginalized section. So they are a marginalized section and this act is to empower them and finally brings them into mainstream of the society. So this act aims to bring them also into the mainstream of the society like any other individual to ensure. Now, what is meant by bringing them into the mainstream of the society? That is empowering them politically, economically, socially and in all other parameters. So to bring them into the mainstream of the society. Now let's see what is the new definition given to transgenders. So according to the new definition, a transgender is a person, somebody whose gender does not match the gender assigned to the person at the time of birth. That is, at the time of birth, when the birth certificate is registered, either it is registered as a female or a male. So any person whose gender assigned at the time of birth does not match the actual gender. Now includes trans men and trans women, persons with intersex variations, gender queers, persons having socio-cultural identities like Kinnar, Gijras, Arvani, Jokta, etc. So these are the definitions. So all these are included, which means that the scope has been included to include all these categories into the category of transgenders and provide them with rights and protection. Now coming to the major provisions of the act. So with this we will get an idea about how this is a significant act and how this is going to benefit the transgenders. The aim of this act is to stop discrimination against a transgender person. So to stop discrimination against a transgender person in various sectors like education, employment and healthcare. So the aim is to stop discrimination. By discrimination it means that the transgenders should be getting equal rights, equal protection and equal access to resources like any other person. So it simply means that the transgenders should enjoy equal status in the society. They should enjoy equal status in the society. Second, the act directs the central and the state governments to provide welfare schemes for them. So the act also directs or provides direction to the central government and the state government to provide welfare schemes for them. Third, the act states that a person will be recognized as transgender on the basis of a certificate of identity issued by the district magistrate. So, second point, welfare schemes should be provided. Both central government and the state governments are responsible for providing welfare schemes for the transgenders. And thirdly, how is the recognition of a person as a transgender is done? So this recognition certificate, that is certificate of identity, has to be issued by the district magistrate or the district collector. So district collector or the district magistrate will issue the certificate of identity, and certificate will be a proof of identity as transgender and confer rights under this bill. So this certificate issued by the magistrate. So this certificate issued by the magistrate will act as a certificate of identity, and therefore it will confer the rights to the transgenders. Whatever rights is given under the bill will be conferred to the transgenders. So who has to give the certificate or the recognition? It is the district magistrate. Just taking up the comments. Dhanya, ma'am, what about timing for polity and economics daily current affairs? Dhanya, economic current affairs we have daily at 8:30 p.m. on Unacademy Articulate channel. And the polity current affairs, it is in this channel at 9 p.m. You can also join my Telegram channel. So this is my Telegram channel, Joicy Joy Official. You can join the channel so that I'll notify every classes there. So for 2 days I'll not be taking special class. I'll resume the special class from Monday onwards. Okay. Now, as per the Act, a person who have the right to choose to be identified as a man, women or a transgender, irrespective of sex reassignment surgery or hormonal therapy. So, according to this Act, a person will have the right to choose the sex of the person. That is, the person can decide to be identified as a man or a woman or a transgender, and the person can choose the gender even after a surgery or a hormonal therapy. Okay, so it provides a lot of rights. That means if suppose a person is born as a female or a woman, but the person wants to change the sex through a therapy or a surgery, the person has the right to choose that. So that cases will also be identified and the rights will be given. It requires the transgender persons to go through a district magistrate and district screening committee to get certified as a trans person. So it requires the person to obtain the certificate from the district magistrate. So this powers also will come under the powers of district magistrate or district collector. So this power is also with the district collector. So this will give you an idea how powerful is the post of a district collector or district magistrate, and can be even motivational and inspirational for you to study well and get into that position, because you know you are going to touch a million lives in your entire career. You will touch many lives, and maybe the decisions that you take, the policies that you implement is going to change the life of many people. So that is the beauty of this career, not the powers or the glamour that you get, that is one side definitely for sure. The respect that you get from the society and everything is there, but apart from that, I think the real inspiration for you to choose UPSC should be that you will be able to change and touch a million lives in your entire journey, in your career journey. So I think that should be the real inspiration. Anyway, let's come back. So this committee, that is a district screening committee. The district screening committee will comprise of a medical officer, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a district welfare officer, a government official, and a transgender person. So these are the members of the committee. So committee would comprise a medical officer, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, district welfare officer, government official, and a transgender person. It provides transgender the right of residence with parents and immediate family members. So this also provides the transgenders with the right of residence. So the transgenders will have the right to reside with the parents and the immediate family members. It prohibits discrimination against transgender person in various sectors as like education, employment, healthcare, etc. So a person cannot be discriminated on the basis of his sexual identity or gender identity, rather we should say gender identity. So a person should not be discriminated based on the gender identity in fields of education, employment or healthcare. So these rights are provided to the transgenders. Now what are the concerns regarding this bill or this act? It does not have any provision for self-determination of gender. Now who will provide the certificate? It is district magistrate or district collector. So there is no provision for self-determination. Second, it fails to address the lack of effective mechanism to enforce the legal prohibition against discrimination on the ground of gender identity. Even though this act says that the transgenders cannot be discriminated based on their gender identity in the field of education, healthcare, employment, etc., the act does not provide for mechanism to implement this provision. That is, if for example, if a college does not give an admission to a transgender person, or if a company rejects the transgender person when it comes to employment provision. So this act does not provide what are the legal provisions or what will be the mechanism to enforce this. So legal prohibition has not been mentioned. It does not make provision for affirmative action in employment or education despite the Supreme Court's mandate in NALSA, that is National Legal Service Authority, NALSA versus the Union of India case in 2014. So it does not make provisions for affirmative action. It does not provide provisions for affirmative action in employment or education despite the Supreme Court's mandate. That is, even though the Supreme Court has mandated affirmative action in employment and education, it does not provide provisions for affirmative action. The bill sets out lighter sentences for several criminal offences such as sexual abuse and physical abuse when they are committed against the transgender people. So this bill sets out lighter sentences, that is lesser sentences for several criminal offences like sexual abuse and physical abuse when they are committed against the transgender people. So any abuse, sexual abuse or physical abuse is committed against the transgender people, this bill or act provides for lighter sentences even for severe cases. So that is also another concern regarding this bill. So this is all, but it's a very important topic for your mains examination. Thank you so much for watching. Any doubts, let me know. I'll just take one more minute to take up your doubts and then we will wind up the session. So any doubts? Samin Rathod, we have to pay for Telegram class. No, actually Samin, I don't take classes on Telegram, but I'll be providing all the links of the free classes on Telegram. I am taking few special classes which are absolutely free. There is no payment for that. So all the links I will provide in Telegram so that you will get access and notifications. So no payment and all. Shashi Kumar, PDF I'll put them in the Telegram channel. So my Telegram channel is Joicy Joy Official. So I'll put all the links there, links and the PDFs there. Okay, so anything else? Samin, it's actually a public channel. You can just search for Joicy Joy official in the Telegram. So it will come up. Okay, so you can just join. So you can just type Joicy Joy official on the search bar and you can see, you will get it. It's a public channel. Okay, you people want the Telegram link. Okay, I can send it. So I'm just sharing the link also. Okay, so I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care and bye bye. Stay blessed.